Hello and welcome back to Your Hobby Connection. I'm Ben, and as you can see, I've bought more trains. So the old saying is, I only need just one more train. Well, I bought me a set of trains. This is a newer version of the Pennsylvania Flyer. It came with these two expansion packs that you used to have to buy separately. Now, this is pre-owned or used. This one especially has been showing signs of use. But the original owner of these two guys was telling me that he didn't use them, his son bought them but never ran them, and they bought this guy off of eBay. So, as you can see, this new Pennsylvania Flyer has some additional accessories, a station, a bridge, a boxcar that's silver instead of green, and a staked flats with a red caboose. So, the good news is, I have more trains, and I have more freight cars, and I even have some passenger cars that appear to be lighted. We'll find out when we get into them. So, we're gonna go ahead and start with this big box, and we're gonna go and find out what all comes in it and explore the train set. Well, had a hard time getting it out of the box, but it is out. So we're gonna go ahead and see what we've got. So first things first, we have our handy dandy, very fancy packaging of cars and locomotives. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this off to the side. Not the trains, we're gonna try to move this guy. There we go, out of the way. Because this is just your track transformer. So we're gonna explore what we've got in here. So as we can see down here, we've got our steam locomotive, whistling tender, boxcar, stake flats, with the stakes right here, because they like to ship it flat, which just makes sense. Some salt to keep it dry. Smoke fluid. We'll need that when we run the train. Boxcar, I should say caboose. Little plug coupler. And then we have our instruction manual. We've got the bridge that comes with it. And we have our telegraph pole bases and our telegraph poles. Now, I'm assuming somewhere we will find, nope, never mind, it just has those two. So, I was thinking about the expansion set that had the additional station. So go ahead and put this back in there just for the moment. Now, we're gonna go ahead and look at our flat car, because we've already seen our steam locomotive. This one just has a different road number. It's gonna be the same 442 steam locomotive with whistling tender. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the staked flat car here, first things first. As you can see, it has been unused because it just comes out of the plastic. So as you'll look at this thing here, they actually did a really good job on the detailing. I mean, I'm surprised for the Pennsylvania Flyer sets. For the basicness that they are, they work really good. They have couplers that unlock, as you can kind of see here, and the smooth actions. I like that. Mine are needing some oil and grease, so this one's new and unused. You can even tell if you look at the wheels on the bottom here, they've rolled smooth, but they've also got very little wear, if no wear at all on them. You've got the handbrake here and a handbrake handle here, which is very unique. I don't know if it's prototypical or not, but would make sense that you want multiple handbrakes if you're having to operate the train car. Just a standard flat car with the stakes available. So we'll go ahead and put the stakes in it just because. At least put one in there, see how easy they are to take in and take out. All right. Looks like this Pennsylvania Flyer set, Lionel really outdid themselves for a beginner set. So it looks like you just take it and you squeeze the pins down in there. Okay, it's a little bit tighter than I was expecting it to be. Hopefully it won't be too big of an issue when we go put it back to store it again. Yeah, that was fantastically fun. wonder if they had different places for these pins, but they all look to be about the standard size. There it goes. So that's one. Now how hard do you pull it out? Now to pull it out, it looks like you just gotta push the two bottom pieces together. And then, if I can get my thumb on it, I think I can pull it out. So, yep. So that's how easy it is to push them in and push them out. Just don't do like I did and let it slide all on you. But luckily for us, it's plastic on plastic, so it will wipe off and rub clean. If you find a good deal like I did, about $225 or even $150 for this, just this alone, it's not a bad deal. I'll put it back in its plastic here in a little bit. Now we're gonna move on to the other thing that typically comes with these sets. You have your Fastrack curves here. They've all been individually bubble wrapped. So I don't plan on unwrapping them just yet because, well, let's face it, I've already got a nice piece of layout track. So we've got the straight curves, and in there we've got one of them that has the power adapter on it for your operating usage and needs. So we'll go ahead and push this back in the box as well. I might need to use the straights to add some more track. Maybe I could use some curves, but we'll see. Definitely like bigger layouts, always fun to play with. Again, you've got more curves over here, just a total of 8 curves to make your circle. So it's a very normal sized layout, just a small little oval. And in this box, we've got our handy dandy power supply. This has also come with the CW80, which is the 80-watt transformer. And as you can see, it has 80 watts right here for your power and 80 watts for your accessories. So if the expansion pack had a lighted station, we would run wires to here, set the controller to maximize the power on that station light, and bada bing, bada boom, we can run station power and we can run track power. So that's what we've got with this guy here. Gonna go ahead and throw him back in the box. Oh, and here's your expansion wire for your kit. So if you were to buy, again, accessories, it comes with the wire for that in the box already. So they wanted to make sure you had all your supplies and materials to operate your layout with. So we're gonna go ahead and put all this back up, and we're gonna move on to the beautiful set of expansion cards we got. So as you can see, we're starting off with the operating freight expansion set. And so we're gonna go ahead and open it up. This is the one that has not been run, has not been used. So we're gonna see what kind of fun stuff comes with it all. So first things first, we've got space holder. And behind box number 1 is our uncoupling track. So it's a 2 5-inch sections, one with an uncoupler and one with the regular straight piece. So I won't open it up just yet, but it is there to uncouple cars with. Now here we've also got our railroad signs, as you can see right here. Looks like you got some ability to accessorize with some additional things. So we'll set that right here. And what do we have? Our log load here, one of them. So we have the lubrication maintenance kit. So if you need to maintain and lubricate your locomotives, you can. That's good. Always a good thing to have. Now we're gonna come over here and look at our cars. So we have 2 of these guys. I'm gonna open this guy because I wanna see what else is in this box. Come on down. There's our log loader platform. As you can see, it's unloaded right now, but it has little unloading capabilities. So there's your log loaders and cars. So there's the log loading platform, unloading. There's your car with the little ejectors on it. Gonna go ahead and put the box back on this thing right here. Move it over to here. Now we have 2 cars. And here's your tanker car. I'll go ahead and open the box and let us see what's inside of it. Oh yeah, this is brand new. The boxes don't even have any creases on them. So It was a heck of a find. So like I said, if you guys can find something like this, well, let's see if the other side opens up easier. Come on, there it goes. Like I said, if you guys can find something like this for a steal of a deal like I was able to, it's the best time to find it in Christmas and Thanksgiving and, you know, that time of year, or even after technically would probably be a good time as well. There's our car, and I love the detail. I mean, they again, for a starter set, you know, for cheap, because you figure what you get out of this expansion set here is probably half to a third the cost of what a 2 or 3 car set would normally cost, just for the cars, nothing else coming with it. So they did a really good job with the details of this expansion set here. You know what? I don't know why I'm putting it back up. I'm gonna go ahead and play it with it here in a little bit. So we'll just leave it out. I thought it came with 4 pieces of track, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh, that's your box car that's upside down there. Original plasticing, so that makes life nice. We'll pull this box open right here as well. There it goes. It's got that new train feel. And a stiff box to go with it, apparently. There we go. And there we go. And it's got the Canadian box car. I would have thought it would have been silver, but I was looking at the wrong one. So yes, there's that. I believe, aha, there it is. The very bottom, we have 3 more straight tracks from Lionel Fastrack. So that's our expansion pack for the Lionel Pennsylvania Flyer freight operating set. So next time, in a minute here, we're gonna go open up the passenger car set. But till then, I've gotta get this place cleaned up, looking a little bit better. Well, as you can see, I got my table cleared off and I was able to bring up our expansion passenger pack. So, like I said, this one has been used, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. I think they mostly used it for the straight track because, let's be honest, who doesn't want more track for your trains? But we start off with our handy dandy, oops, let me hold it upside right for us, station. So this is an unlit station. Now, in the future, I might get creative and go run some wires and LED lights into here, and we'll put some lighting in the station. So we'll see that out in a little bit as well. Now we'll have our passenger car. This is our rear observation car. So we're gonna play with this one here a little bit as well. Let me pull it out. It should be, according to the box, has interior illumination. So we'll see how well it looks lighting wise. But as you can see, the box has been open and torn. So like I said, it has been run, it has been used. But I mean, if it's in good shape like it looks like it is, which it comes with its own little pull-out piece here. So as you can see, you just take this little thing here and we'll pull it out nice and gently. Now, if you'll notice, what sets this guy apart from all the other ones is we have the couplers on this end, but no coupler here. So this is a rear observation uncouplerable car. So if you were to run this expansion pack, you either run it in the middle like a mixed freight like they used to do back in the old days, or you have to run it at the end of the train, and it's gonna be a short passenger set. So it's a good thing, it's a bad thing, but it looks pretty good. As you can see, we've got 2 pickup rollers, so we won't lose power or connectivity. The detailing is molded in, but it looks really good. If you look at the roof, you can even see like the little rivets and the door hatches and all the fine details that they've put in here. It does have a little light mechanism back there. We'll see if that lights up on camera. It may or may not, but I'm hoping it's a little red light like it's supposed to be to show the end of the train. So once we get done with that, we'll go see how everything else looks. Next up, we're gonna go pull out the, right here, this car, I believe. Here's one of our, well, they don't tell me what kind of car this one is, but we'll pull this guy out. Looks like it was opened up on this side. Yep, right here. I'm gonna gather that most of these passenger cars are gonna be very similar except the rear observation car. And again, it's a 3-pack set, so we'll have 2 beautiful looking cars with couplers on both ends, and the third one, the last one, will have no coupler on it. And again, we've got a little pull out here. And we do have operating couplers. That little thing right there is magnetizable, so it can unlock and uncouple with our fancy handy dandy uncoupler track we have. That's another one. Again, we see the regular detailing, which is very beautiful. It's all molded in. It's nothing separately applied, but again, for what it's worth, it's not bad. The doors don't operate like some of the more expensive Lionel sets would, but again, I mean, who wants to be spending $300, $400, $500, or $1,000 on 3 or 4 passenger cars? Especially when you're trying to get into the hobby and get started out. So as you can see, it's very beautifully done. It's got a decent amount of weight to it. The wires aren't in the way. And for being used, it's very, very lightly used. The wheels are very, very clean. So whoever owned it beforehand, because I'm the 3rd owner from what I understand. Whoever owned it before me, before the guy who bought it, did a really good job of maintaining and cleaning it and keeping it meticulously cared for. So we're gonna go ahead and, well, I guess we're gonna lose the blue ribbon on this side. There we go. Now I'm just gonna push it back in there nice and gently. All right, put the lid back on it. And then we've got our last car right here coming up. Now, I don't know, this one might be the okay, this one is the half baggage, half non-baggage. So what that means is we have a big freight door in the middle of the front of the car. And as I'll point out to you here in a second once I get it out. There we go. So right here, we got that big door right there. And so that's this is a half baggage, half passenger. So it's a pretty cool little car. It's a combine, as some people would call it. Again, we've got just the basic detailing up on the roof here. You can see the little applied graphics that are molded in. Again, the doors don't operate on either side, which is unfortunate, but not bad. You look underneath here, you kind of got some underbelly stuff going on with these guys as well. You've got like the water tanks, you've got some side box side stuff there. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty standard, beautiful looking passenger car. So you come with the combine, passenger, a regular passenger car, and the rear observation car. So again, nothing fancy, but it does look good. Oh, there's some track in there that fell down, so we can hear all that noise. Like I said, it's nothing fancy, but like I said, getting started, it's got a great lineup for you already to get going with. And then we're gonna go ahead and pull out some signage. Now, I do believe we have signs. Now, I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, so they both have their signage. One's been pulled out, and they just kind of sit in those little holders here, and you slide the cards in. Oh, okay, it looks like they slide them in right about here like that, yep. And then they'll sit in there nice and tight like that. And that's how they hold in. So again, you have some signage. And this signage will make it look good, like you actually have signs along your track like you would see back in the day. You've got 4 of these guys. I'm sorry, 4. You got 3 of these signs and 3 holders. And you've even got like the ones that say Super Chief and all that stuff on there. So again, it comes with some signage. And I think there is 4 pieces of straight track, which I'll pull out now. Go ahead and set that off to the side like that. Yep, and last but not least, we have 4 pieces of track. And you can kind of tell they've been used a little bit. They're a little bit dirty, a little bit dingy, but that means that they've been well used and well cared for, or well loved, I should say, with running wise. But that's it for this set right here. So the next time you'll see this, all of this, and all of your passenger freight set and Pennsylvania Flyer, It'll all be on one big train. We'll set it all up and run it. Well, as you can see, we have finished playing with our trains. So now it's time to put them away. But before I do, I've got some thoughts and comments on them. So the Pennsylvania Flyer set that comes with the 2 cars and the caboose and engine and contender. Love it, great, smoking was well, the light was good. It does forward reverse, as we've seen. It does have a good whistle tender on it. I do wish it would have had a lighted caboose, but I mean, for what you paid for it and what I paid for it, it was a good deal. I have been reading that there is issues with the smoke box unit on this thing, so make sure you keep the wick full of fluid and stop regularly and add more. And if need be, give it a rest for like 5 or 10 minutes, let the wick re-soak and then keep going. Because if you don't, you'll end up burning up the wick and you'll burn up the smoking unit. And luckily for me, I know somebody who can help me if I do burn one up, but it's like $100. So try not to burn up your locomotive, because $100 to fix it or $150 to replace it. Maybe more, maybe less, depending on when the prices of these things are on sale for. So that being said, we have our expansion kit on this side. Now, as you can see, it comes with the expansion freight and the expansion passenger. The passenger set lit up really well, stayed constant, which is amazing, because if we've seen in the other videos, the other 2 passenger cars that I have, they flicker, they don't stay constant. But these guys did really solid from what I saw. The freight did good. The log throwing car did good as well. The issue that I have with it is you have to put the track in neutral power in order to operate the switch that comes with it to launch the logs. And again, doing that actually activates the smoke unit on the locomotive. Doesn't actually let it move smoke out of it, but it turns on the heating element when you have to leave it in neutral power. So again, it's one of those you're going, I wish there was a better way to activate the magnet that pulls down the little lever underneath there to launch these logs off the car. But other than that, it's good. You got the highly detailed car of handrails on the tanker car. You got the little brake handle up on the boxcar here. So all in all, it's a good set, worth the money. Would I buy it again? Heck yeah. Would I recommend buying it now? If they still have them available, yes. If you find them on sale, used, as long as they look good, they run good, I would say it's a good deal as well. Other than that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share the video, comment what you thought about it, what I can do to improve. Make sure you ring the bell for notifications, and have a great time and stay on the rails.